How's it going today, YouTube? This is Eric Markland again, and today I'm going to be talking about my newest purchase and why I got it. And from the title of the video, you can already know that it is a SawStop table saw. So, the reason why I got it is I was in the market for a new table saw. I've had two previous table saws in my life. I had a old Craftsman uh, contractor saw. That was my very first saw that I purchased myself while I was working at Best Buy. I wanted to learn how to make boxes and enclosures. I didn't know any better. I didn't really have anybody kind of telling me what I should and shouldn't look for on table saw. The price was around like 250, maybe 300, and I had a Sears card at the time, and I went ahead and purchased it. Built a lot of enclosures on it. I mean, a lot. From 2000, I think 9 or maybe 2009 up until 2013, 14, I had a contractor uh, table saw. I'll put a picture right about here of that saw, my very first saw. So then I saw some of the limitations of it. Couldn't really cut big sheets of wood. The legs weren't very stable. Dust everywhere because there was no dust collection. Um, just a bag underneath it. And wanted to upgrade. So at the time, Craftsman had their professional hybrid table saw. I think it was like 32 inches. It's pretty good. It was all right. Had that. Bought it for about $1,000, and had a granite top. Really nice saw. Some of the limitations were just as far as the cut length, and the fence just wasn't very accurate at all. No matter how much adjustment I paid people to come calibrate it, it just never worked. I even swapped out and had a new fence come in. Same problem with the fence. So basically, whenever I made a box, I basically cut anything, I had to kind of tell myself that it's going to be, I had to basically accommodate for the difference because the fence wasn't accurate. And it just made for a lot of times when a lot of frustration, basically. So fast forward to 2019, and I was fed up with the saw. Thought about going with a Delta or a Grizzly, and some unfortunate incidents happened to one of my close friends, and not regarding a table saw, but it just made me look at safety completely different. And I saw SawStops when I go to Woodcraft or I go to different guys' shops and see they had SawStop, and saw one of the actual live demos of the SawStop, and I was pretty much sold on it. And one of the biggest differences that I liked with the SawStop was the ability to get the mobile base. Moving a table saw around that's 500 pounds is not easy at all, especially for one person. And I like the mobility. And the number one key selling point of a SawStop is the safety feature that if you touch it, it drops down. You buy a new cartridge and blade. New cartridge and blade, and it's done. You just swap it out, start over again. And I like the fact that you can get the SawStop in 120, 110. Also the sizes, you can get them in 32, 36, and 52-inch extensions. So that was one of the key selling features for me. So that was why I went with the SawStop. Their T-fence, or T-glide fence, I think is what it's called, super accurate. I mean, one of the most accurate fences that I've used or even come across. And that was another key selling point, was how accurate the fence was. People say, oh, it's an expensive fence. I get it. But when you happen to try to account for your fence being off, it's just one of those things that, to me, it was invaluable. I don't mind spending the money if it works, and it does work. So that's why I invested in it. So that's kind of why I went with the SawStop. Of course, they're way more inexpensive options, but for the safety and how well it works, it was well worth the money. So I will put a link in the bottom of the description as far as where you can get a SawStop and which SawStop I personally got. And hope you guys like the rest. I'm gonna do a quick little walkthrough and kind of tell you some of the features of the SawStop. And that's it, because I haven't actually cranked up the SawStop yet. I've been so busy doing laser work and stuff on the routers that I actually haven't even had time to crank it up. So I will turn it on for the first time with you guys as well. So all right, be right back. So this is my SawStop. We got right here. This is the fence that I was telling you about. It kind of comes with a nice, cool little push stick. It's out of plastic. Here's the fence. Slides really nice. Of course, I got the extension, and super accurate. Log it, put it down. It's not moving. All right, the top is really nice. Nice guard. You can just lift this up, slides right off. If you want to change a blade, slide it out, comes right out. This is where the magic happens. This is the cartridge, right down here if you can see it. So it senses organic, anything organic basically from what I'm told. And once that happens, it drops it down and the blade locks into this cartridge and stops the blade within milliseconds. So this is where all the technology comes from, right here, and all this right here. So this is what you're pretty much paying for. All right, we'll slide this back in. Kind of hard doing this with one hand, and I'm not left-handed, so let me do it with my right. And just like that. Take this here. Drop that in, and then boom, you're good to go. So the side of it, we have, open up here, we got the motor. The cool thing about it is the dust collection is really, really cool here. Get a better view, but basically everything comes here, comes down, funnels through, and out the back. So I do have this tied to my dust collection. Another cool thing that I have that I was talking about earlier is the hydraulic base. So basically you just pump this up and you can move it wherever you want to. Alright, and then you just hit the lower button here and it lowers it, and that's it. So this is my SawStop. I absolutely love it. And let me turn it on for you. So, here, turn this on. Wait for the green lights to cycle through. Well, the red light. All right. And then we're good. Really quiet, really nice. Push this in here. That's it. So this is my SawStop. I absolutely love it. Awesome saw. So from now on, this is what I'll be using. Everything is super accurate. The instruction manual is by far one of the best instruction manuals I've ever used as far as putting together a table saw or any heavy machinery. Very detailed, come with extra bolt screws. I mean, it's definitely something that I would definitely recommend for anybody. So hope you like it, and as always, take care and have a blessed day. Thank you.